Oh, hello, my people. Welcome once again to my Creative Hands platform. Thank you, all my wonderful followers, subscribers. I love you passionately. Thank you so much. I always want to bring you the best, and the best only is what I will bring to you. Yeah. All right. Today I just want to make my video on one side peacock and then one side round. So I have my base already. Like I said, I have video on base, so I'm not explaining anything on it. If you are confused about the base, just kindly check my other videos. You will get the details of the base. All right, so the part I'm going to use for my peacock is the part that I'm holding in my hands now, and I'll give you the measurement. The width is 24 and a half, and then the length is 30 and a half. The width is 24 and a half, and then the length is 30 and a half. I'm emphasizing this because most times the questions I have is, what is the length, ma? What is the length, ma? So please, this is the length 30, and then the width or the breadth is 24 and a half, and that 24 and a half is as a result of joining four pieces of the ashoke together. Some that pieces is usually 6 inches, so I'm just supposed to get 24, but somehow I got 24 and a half. I don't know how I manage. So for the part I'll be using for the round, I have 24 by 21. 24 is the width, and then the 21 is the length. Is that okay? So after knowing that, let us quickly start the process. So to start the process, I'm just going to be folding the ashoke, and to do so I will give a little distance from the beginning, just like you see me give now. The distance should be up to like 7-8 inches if possible. It is half, it's not a full one, so between 7-8 inches depending on the material you have is okay. Then you start to fold your ashoke neatly. As you fold the ashoke, like I said before, the width I have is 24 and a half, so I will fold half of the width, which is 12. And to fold 12 means I will fold about two pieces of the ashoke, 2 pieces, and then I will leave two of it unfolded. So when I finish folding this one now, I'll just use my needle and thread, and then I'll sew it. The reason I'm sewing it is to keep it in place, to make sure that it will not loose, it will not scatter. If you are tying for somebody, you can easily say, hold it for me, but since there's nobody to hold it, I have to do my holding myself. So to do that, you need to use your thread and needle and secure it, and then you use your needle now to pin it down. That part that you see me secure, I will still come back and lose it. So when I'm telling you that I'm going to lose it, you should remember that is where I'm going to lose. So I'll just use the needle and then pin it down with the needle, and it will be able to stay there because one, I have the base on it, and I also have a pinnable material, which is the suede underneath it. I hope you are following. So I will be careful as I'm folding. You must follow the line. You must follow the line, and you must be consistent with the size too. That is, you must make sure that the size that you are using, you understand me now, it's not at a point big, at another point is small, at another point is at the no. You must try to see that it is in order. You are taking a particular size at a time. So when you try to pick it now, you just make sure that you are picking a particular size. at a given time. And make sure that also, because that part that we picked at first is what form the base, that's what will form the base for the rest of it to rest on. So that part that you pick that has already formed the base, now you must consistently follow it up, to make sure that your base, you don't lose the size of the base. And again, failure of each of your pleat, failure of your pleat to rest on this existing base that you have prepared now, we mean that the beauty of this your gele now will be at risk, and you don't want that to happen. So constantly you make sure that you are resting it. You see that my hand I'm always using my hands to guide that part. I'm guiding it as much as possible. So I encourage you that if you are going to practice it now, please guide it. Now, the fact that you don't have ashoke will not stop you from practicing. If you want to practice, go and get a pattern drafting paper, and you can work with it. I even have some videos I made with pattern drafting paper, seriously, so you can work with it. All right, so you see how that button you see me picking there is very important. If you do not guide this button now and make sure that your pleat follow it well, your whatever you are doing will not work, because there is a time you will need this pleat you see me doing now. You will need it to follow each other. You will need it to flow. So you need to guide it jealously. You need to guide it. Make sure that if there is anything like it is twisting, you must go back and adjust that part that is twisting, because the folding needs to flow without any hindrance. That's the only way you can really dress it well. Is that okay? I want to believe that you are following me. All right, and this is how I will continue guiding. Remember, the pleat is going upwards, but for a normal full fan, the pleat does not go upwards. It's because it's a peacock that is going upwards. Is that okay? Yes. So for a normal full fan, it does not go upwards. The pleat is meant to go downwards. Are we together? And that one, if you see this one now, we are working from up to down, but in a full fan we walk from down, upwards, and down again. Is that okay? So now that I'm done picking it, the next thing I will do is I will use my needle and thread to secure that part. You see that I refuse to leave it. I refuse to leave that part, because once you leave that part, everything that I have been doing since will just be a waste. So as much as possible, I will not leave it until I make sure that it is secured. It is either you use a needle and thread and tack it down. If you cannot use the needle and thread to tack it down, you can simply use a bias to tie it down, because anything that make you not to tie it means you are going to lose the style that you formed already. So it's very, very important that you tack it down. So that's what I'm doing now. After you tack it down, you will go back to the beginning. Like I said before, we are going to lose that beginning and dress it again. Let me just use this medium or opportunity to say thank you to all my wonderful subscribers. You are too much. You are too much. I love you. Thank you all. You have served as a source of encouragement to me. Whenever I see my channel growing, it gives me joy. I really want to appreciate you. I promise you that the best is what you will get from here. You will get the best from here. After training here, you will not need to go anywhere else to train. With what you are learning from this place, if you are really serious, you can do something with it, because I'm giving you the detailed explanations that you need without any secret. So please, I love you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for stopping by. Continue to tell others about this channel and encourage them to subscribe as well. I am so grateful. Thank you so much. So you can see what I'm doing to the part that I folded. I just extend, you understand, I flow it. So when I'm done, this is how I will flow it on top of the handle of the belt that I'm going to use. That is how I will flow it. So now to serious business. All what we have been doing since is not the serious business, although it is very important, but carving out the half peacock is the real business of the day. Carving it out is the real business of the day. So to do that, first of all, I will pin all the parts down. I will just pin everywhere down. Make sure that it is tight. You understand? I will not be having what do I call it now? Unnecessary movement. You understand? Shifting of the gele when I'm working. So to avoid that, I just use my dressmaker pin to make sure I pin it down, and with the help of the base I already have, and then the pinnable material on the dummy's head, everything will help me to be able to secure it with a pin, and it will rest properly. So we are going straight to the business of the day. So the business of the day is how to curve the center part out, that middle part, how to land it is the business of the day. So to start, I'm just going to cut off the thread I used to secure that beginning. If you wash it properly from the beginning, you will see that I secured it with thread. Do not skip the videos though, just watch from beginning to end. Don't be in a hurry. If you are here to train, so give your time to what you are learning. I bet you most people just learn online and they are doing very well in their jobs. You will not believe me. So please learn it and give it time. Do not skip any part of the video. Don't feel now this one in the talk, oh no, don't skip any part of the video. So I'll just release this part now. The part that I held down before, I'll release it. So the more you release it, the higher it will go. So let's say from the two that I folded before, the two gele I folded down, I told you that it is 4 together that I joined, and I folded 2 down before I started styling it to get this fan now. If you want it high, if you don't want it too high, you can release one full part. But if you want it very high, you can release almost the 2 part and just be left with 2 pleats underneath. You understand? So let's go straight to how we curve it. To curve it, you have to come to the fan part, which you see me on now. I'll first of all deal with every part of it that I know is not long enough to curve. So you can see the part that is not long enough for me to curve there now. I am leaving it. I'm not doing anything to that part. So I will just let that part be. But every other part that is long, you see me now, I'll first of all follow it and pick it, follow the edges and try to land it. So as I follow it, where am I following? When I say follow it, I am following each of the pleats that I made before. You can see when I was making the pleat, you see me, I will be guiding it, go underneath and pick it so that it will be it will follow the line well. So that's the reason I was doing that. So each of that pleat now is what I've followed to achieve this. Now this is just the beginning. I have not just achieved anything. Now I'm going to arrange it. The first thing I did was to follow it. Then after that, I will now come back to it and remove every wrinkle, every rumple look, every twisting that you see there. I will remove it. So to do that, you see me coming again and again, coming to it again and again, adjusting it, making sure it is flowing, adjusting it. And you can see that the more I try to adjust it, the more it is going higher. As I'm adjusting, it is going higher. As I'm adjusting, it is going higher. So I hope you are following me now. So now when I'm done and I felt I am okay with what I have achieved, I will still use my needle and thread to secure it, to keep it in place, because failure to do that means you will lose all what you have been doing since, and you don't want to do that. So I'm just going to use my needle and thread, and then I will secure it now. All right, after securing it, the next thing I will do is to prepare the round part. You know, this gele is going to have two different parts, the round part and then the half peacock part. So the half peacock part is what I am done with now, and I do hope that you enjoyed it and you understood it as well. The video is not too lengthy, but it's a little bit at least up to like 20 minutes. It's not too much for you to learn something that will be profitable to you. So please, I want you to spend the time. I'm not really going to spend time in making the round part, but there is something very vital I wish to show to you in the round part. So because of that, I want you to watch and not skip it. So you know how to prepare your round. You know how to prepare the round is first of all by folding everything equally together, folding it in a equal manner together. And to do that, I'll be using the material I showed you earlier, and I told you that the length is 21 and the width, which is the wideness, is 24, the same 24 that I used for the peacock part. So I'm going to use that one to form the round. And to do that quickly, you just see me, I put it on my leg. My leg helped me to support it when I'm doing it. I don't know about other people, but that's how I prepare mine. So I put it on my leg and just make sure that I fold it to become even, resting on top of each other, because I really need it to follow each other well. So I make sure it rests on top of each other perfectly. So when I'm done, I'll secure one of the parts first of all with my needle and thread. And like I always say, that needle and thread must be the same color with the fabric. Is very, very important. The color of the fabric. Try as much as possible to get a thread that is exactly the color of the fabric, except if otherwise you cannot get there, you can use something close. So after doing that now, because my material is not that big, I want to raise it up. I want to raise it up, and this is how I raise it up. That is to make it a little bit high. So you just see me, I will just be adjusting it the way you see me doing it now, pushing. I've picked a particular size I want to use as in length. Then I'll now start releasing the other part upwards, just almost like the way you see me arranging the half peacock just now. You understand? So that's how I'll just lift it. It's just to give me a little height since I don't have much material. Yes, before I forget, the whole of this gele that you see me make now, starting from the base to the half peacock part and to the round part, I used half bundle of ashoke, half bundle. You know, ashoke has a full bundle, and that one contains about 8 of the pieces of the ashoke. So all what I am using for this particular style is just 4 pieces. 4 pieces of the ashoke. That's what I mean by half bundle. So I am done folding that part now. The next thing I'll just do is just use my needle and thread and then attach it to this particular part. And you can see the positioning of this part too, that it went to the side, not center. So when you are fixing, I would advise that do not put it at the center, though it's depending on what you want though. But for me, I usually prefer it on the side. You understand? So it's on the side now. I'll just simply place this one, push that part a little bit backward, and then place this. That part that you see me pushing backward there now, some people will say, man, what will happen to that part? Nothing will happen to it. Just push it backwards. When you are done with it, you can fold it together. Just fold it together. Use your needle and thread and lay it down. Sew it down. Let it rest on the base. It will stay there. It will not cost any what do I say now, any problem to the style at all, no hindrance at all because of that. You understand? So you just use your needle and thread and sew it down, and this is just it. You can see how beautiful it is looking. After this part now, you cut off the excess from the side and then you attach the handle. I also have video on how to attach the handle, so that's why I'm not laying emphasis on it. So if you don't understand how to attach handle, just go through my videos, you will see them. Thank you very much for watching this video today. I love you. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now. Bye.